Hey, thanks for visiting the channel. So today there's not gonna be a new riding video. It's been raining all week, so I haven't been able to get out and ride. So instead what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show off some new gear that I got this week, and that is the Adidas 510 Trailcross Mid-Pro shoes. Let's go look at them. So this is the first set of actual mountain biking shoes that I've ever owned. Up until this point, I've just been using these hiking shoes that I have, and they've more or less worked fine, but the main issue with them is that their grips are just a little bit too aggressive. And what I find is that when I'm pedaling and I need to reposition my foot on the pedal, the grips end up getting hung up on the pins of the pedals, and I have a really hard time repositioning my foot. So I also tried using some skate shoes that I had, and the problem that these posed was that they didn't give enough grip and my feet were always slipping off the pedals, and I'd end up really tearing up my calf or my shin, depending on how my feet slipped off the pedals. So because of that, I figured it was time to actually invest in some mountain biking shoes. So I researched a bunch of different shoes and I ended up deciding to go with these Adidas 510 Trailcross Mid-Pros. So I haven't had a chance to actually take these out and ride with them this week just because of all the rain we've had. So today I'm just going to talk about the reason why I decided to go with these shoes and just talk about some of the features that they have. Okay, so let's actually take these things out of the box and take a look at them. So this is them here. I think they look pretty slick. I think they look really good. And something that really appealed to me right off the bat was just the 510 name. 510 is a well-known, reputable brand in the mountain bike world, and they were bought by Adidas, I guess, in 2011. And beyond just the name and the reputation of them, it was this stealth rubber that they have on their soles of their shoes, their grips. From what I understand, if you're riding flats, it can give you a sense that you're kind of riding clipless. I don't know how true that is, but that's what people seem to say about them. So I really look forward to actually getting a chance to use these and see how well I'm able to stick to my pedals when I'm riding. Something else I really liked about these was that they were actually, a mid-top height shoe, giving a little bit of extra protection around your ankles. When you're going down the trail, if you hit a tree stump or a rock or something like that, you do get a little bit of extra protection up top here. So that was appealing to me. And as you can see here, the top area here is actually D30. So if you're not familiar with D30 material, what it is it's soft to the touch. Like when you're just wearing them, it feels like just a regular kind of material that a shoe would be made out of. But what gets cool about it is that if you crash, if you impact something on this D30 material, it actually, the material hardens and gives you this extra protection, kind of like this armor that suddenly is just there for you. So I thought that's really cool. And, I don't know how well it works in practice, but from what I understand, it works well. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. Another thing it has, just on the front here, it does have kind of a hardened upper toe area. So again, just for extra protection, you're riding, you smoke a rock with your foot or a tree stump or something like that, you got some protection on the front. Something else that I liked a lot about it was this gaiter here that it has on the inside part of the shoe. So the idea behind this is that it's supposed to give you a little bit of extra protection from dirt or sand or little rocks getting into your shoe when you're riding and getting into irritating you while you're riding. So when I put these on, they actually they don't fit really tight around my ankle. Maybe I have skinny ankles, but I think I'd read a few other people say that it is quite loose. So I don't know how effective that's going to be when I'm actually out riding. So maybe it's good enough that it's high enough, and maybe it will keep some rocks and stuff out. But I was hoping it'd be a little bit tighter when I put them on, but we'll see how that works. And gaiters in the past, when I've tried shoes on that have them, they've always been a little bit hit or miss with me. I always found that when I'm trying to put them on, I have a really hard time getting my foot into it and my foot out of it. But these ones, I don't know, these ones seem to go on pretty easily. This material is super stretchy, and when I was putting them on, I was just able to stretch it open and get my foot in no problem. So, so that was nice. I was a little bit worried about that when I bought these. So these shoes are actually aimed at mountain bikers who do maybe a lot of hike-a-biking or trail building or just adventure type stuff like bike packing, where you're doing a lot of hiking. So what they did with these to, aid with that is on the grips, it's, you see the stealth grip and it's all these little kind of circles, but up at the top, they have ridges in these circles so that, in the top half here by your toes, those ridges help you when you're hiking upward to give you a little bit of extra grip. And then on the heel side, they have similar ridges as well, but that's to help you when you're going down, hiking down, so you get that extra grip. So that's the difference between these and I guess a lot of their other shoes, is it gives you those different grips on the uphill and the downhill hiking. So I think that's pretty cool. And it also has these, you can see there's these little ridges here around the ball of the foot. And what that's supposed to do is allow you to get a little bit more movement in this area, so when you're hiking or walking, you're able to get a little bit of extra comfort than having a really stiff sole. So so that's what they did to get these to appeal to those people that I said that are doing a lot of hiking or trail building, and they're going to be doing a lot of walking. So the reason that appealed to me was because I do ride a lot with my kids, and when I'm out with my kids, typically when we're hitting some, really steep uphills or something like that, they give it a try. They try and get up, but a lot of the times they're not able to get up. So what we end up doing is we have to hike up these uphills. So I thought that would help with this. And, anything that's going to help me hike uphill is definitely welcome. So when you look at these shoes, they actually look pretty heavy just because they are, these high tops, and they do kind of look bulky, but surprisingly, they're actually quite light. When I picked them up the first time, I was really surprised at how light they were. So I think they weigh in at 412 grams, which I think is pretty good. So I don't think you have to worry too much about this extra weight if you're riding with these shoes. So just like anything mountain bike related, these are not cheap. These cost me $230 Canadian, and I believe they are $170 in the US. So keep that in mind. I mean, anything, when you get into running or any type of sport related shoe, they typically are pricey. I was thinking about it, and I have right now 4 active pairs of running shoes that I have for different situations, and each of those did not cost much less than what these were. So I think for what you get, and that it is a specialty shoe, I think that's probably a fair price. So it is looking like the weather is shaping up this weekend, so I'm gonna definitely get out and ride and give these shoes a good run through and see how they perform for me. And I think, after about using them for a month or a couple months this summer, I'll really have a good idea of how much I like them, and I will definitely report back on how they fared for me. So if there's anything about these shoes that I did not cover in this video, or if you have any questions about them, feel free to drop a line in the comments section of this video, and I will definitely get back to you and hopefully be able to give you an answer. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, why not hit that like button? And if you haven't yet, why not subscribe as well? That's a great way to support the channel, and it would probably make me feel pretty good as well. So until next time, just stay safe and take it easy.